It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Saints and the Patriots, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas.
Time to get our first look at the Patriot offense and quarterback Matt Jones, the rookie out of Alabama, the number 15 overall pick in 2021.
And he's the latest in a line of Alabama quarterbacks that are potential NFL starters. Sat behind Tua Tagovailoa patiently, waiting his turn, and in 1 year as a starter, exploded on the scene. 41 touchdown passes to just 4 interceptions, 77% completion percentage. He had it going. Alabama won a national title, and now here he is getting his shot in the NFL.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Now Jones. He'll leave this one for White. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing Jones. Open man right side, Myers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. They'll run it here. This is James White. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. 2nd and 9. Off play action. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. First drive coming up here for this New Orleans Saints offense. And leading him out at quarterback here in 2021 in his 7th NFL season, it's Jameis Winston.
This is a big change for everyone in the Bayou country because Drew Brees is no longer the starting quarterback. So there'll be a new starter for the first time since 2006 for the Saints. Jameis Winston, as we all know, unlimited potential. has a 5,100-yard season on his resume in Tampa. But turnovers, that's the biggest part he's got to change. If he does that, he could take the reins and really run with them in New Orleans.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. There with a tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr. From the 30 on second down, Winston. It's brought in by Harris. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, 50 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Well, for Alvin Kamara, that speed-size combo, just about exactly what you want for a running back, and he uses that size, that strength to bust through a would-be tackler there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Charles, the Patriots heading back out now, and they're 1-1 on the season after a Week 2 battle of rookie quarterbacks. Mac Jones getting the best of Zach Wilson and the Jets to notch his first win as a pro. Jones a somewhat lackluster 22 of 30, 186 yards, no touchdowns, but also no turnovers.
And that's the key because 0 turnovers for him. His counterpart with the Jets, Zach Wilson, he threw 4 interceptions. So that's a big win for New England, and that's what you want from your quarterback. Play the game that day. What allows you to win? Him taking care of the ball, that helped them in a big way. The Pats, 11 straight now over the Jets, and 19 of their last 21.
And now they're home to New Orleans Week 3, and then home to Tom Brady and the Bucs on Sunday night. So a couple of tough games coming up for them, Weeks 3 and 4. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Demario Davis there on the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Well, out come the New Orleans Saints, 1-1 this season, licking their wounds a little bit after getting shut down last week in Carolina. The Saints, they only scored 7 points, 128 yards of offense in their loss to the Panthers. And remember, that's 1 week after putting up 38 points against Green Bay. Charles, quite the drop-off from Week 1 to Week 2.
Certainly was, and head coach Sean Payton pointed the finger directly at himself, said that if we're going to get better, it starts with me. That's a good way of taking care of his team, giving his guys some cover. But the bottom line is, when your best players don't have their best games, you're going to struggle. Quarterback Jameis Winston, after a great debut, 2 interceptions in this one. And Alvin Kamara, one of the great all-purpose backs in the NFL, held to 30 total yards. So that's a struggle for New Orleans, but they've been on the road. They've been nomads for a while. Let's see if they can get home to New Orleans and get some normalcy in their game.
Well, the Saints will stay on the road. They travel to New England this week, and then they get 2 against the NFC East, the Giants, and then Washington before their Week 6 bye. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And Marquez Callaway, the one he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, looking back to week 2 in the NFL, boy, some quarterback injuries all over the place. Tua for Miami goes down. Indianapolis' Carson Wentz. Tyrod Taylor in Houston. Andy Dalton for the Bears all leave their games with injuries. Even Baker Mayfield had to play through one. Of all of those guys and in all those injury situations, which one are you keeping your eye on most?
Well, can I use 2? In fact, I'm going to use 2. Thanks for the permission. I appreciate that. Indianapolis, Carson Wentz going down, Jacob Eason having to take over. From what I hear, a significant